Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to have a short review on the Heretic Manticore X. This is one of their larger platforms. It's one of my favorites. As you can tell, I've got four of them in front of you. We've got two breakthrough blues, which of course the breakthrough colors are one of my favorite. There's just so much variation in what you're going to get. Purple is one of my favorite ones too, and then of course just your standard red color there too. Long story short, excuse me, these are made with essentially the same technology as the internals on a Microtech. Of course, as always, here's your insignia. A little harder to see on these breakthrough colors, but you can see their serial number 01391, once again made in the USA. This one has been carried. You can see I've probably had it in my pocket for a couple of months now. It's a double-edged blade with the full serrations on one side. And then, of course, this blade's actually DLC coated. That's a diamond-like carbon coating that they put on the blade. It's actually one of the only coatings out on the market that will affect the hardness of a steel when tested if it's applied before the test takes place. Nonetheless, I'm going to show you a couple different variations on these. I love these G10 button variants. I don't know why, but it just feels like there's a hell of a lot less friction on those than there are on, the metal button variants. Of course, these open well too, but there is just a little bit more friction there. This is another Stonewash Tonto blade here. Love the spine on these blades too. There's just some thickness there I can't get over. I like it. But nonetheless, this actually was the one that I've carried for the longest. This was the first one that I actually acquired, and I put my own little dingus paracord on there. You can see this one's got a lot more wear on that clip because I've carried it quite a bit more, but can't really tell anything that may or may not have happened to the body just because of the style, the breakthrough. Anything that does nick this up is just going to break through a little bit more of that undercolor, and you're not really going to notice. Of course, the DLC finish on this one and the blade on this one are not in as great a shape, just simply because I've used this one quite a bit more than the others. Let's see if we can't get her to focus a little bit better on this. I need to oil it, and I also need to send this one in and get it sharpened, and a buddy of mine dropped it, so there's a little bit of tip work that needs to be done on this one as well. You can see some of that stuff that's on the DLC there. We're going to do another video where I show you how robust this DLC coating is, because that markings that you see on there came from a chain link fence and cutting some zip ties off of that chain link fence, and the galvanizing and possibly some of that fence post material came off on this DLC coating here. And like I said, we're going to do an extra video in the future showing you that that's really easy to remove and how durable this DLC coating is to protect your blade. Nonetheless, same G10 button here that I love more than anything else. It's almost effortless getting these things out. Just hit my computer with it. But anyway, if you guys have not been familiarized with how these work, they do fall off that saddle track inside of there if you're not careful, and you do have to reset it. Basically, you could pull it like I'm doing right here, or you just hold the body until it clicks past that, and then of course you're back in the position you need to be. You could also put the switch in the upward position and fling the blade out, which is not as safe, but it works just as well. Nonetheless, they between my Heretics and my Microtechs, these have actually had more issues the longer that I've carried them, as far as needing to be cleaned, needing to be oiled. I carried this exact Manicor X for almost 2 years without a single misdeployment that wasn't my fault. In and out of pockets, of course, you're going to have some lint fly out of there every now and again, but the blade's still deployed and locked into position. And that's one of the main reasons why these are my ultimate daily carry. This is a red one I just picked up. This one was a used knife as well, so I got a pretty decent price on it. It's kind of hard to see with the camera, but there are some markings on it where it's been carried and it's been used. Not as bad as my purple one has, but there's your insignia as well, 01123, USA made, of course, and my favorite button, of course. But this was the double-edged DLC variant of the blade. Let me see if I can get it to focus for you here. And you can see this one was used as well. It was actually sent off to Heretic for a spa day, as they call it. So Heretic put a fresh edge on it before the guy sold it to me. But yeah, these are phenomenal blades. I really like the Manicor X's just because, you know, they are a little bit larger of a platform too, so they fit a little bit better in my hand. I just feel like I've got more purchase on this whenever I'm using these. If I ever did need to use it defensively, I would feel much more comfortable with something like this than, for instance, a smaller variant. Of course, this is the beard comb, so it does look quite a bit smaller, but this is the UTX 85 body Microtech provides, and you can see there's just a pretty vast difference in size there. But anyway, we'll review that beard comb on another video whenever you guys come back. Thanks again for watching. Have a wonderful day.